Welcome everyone to the Leo full moon class. This is the retreat. We're going to teach you today how to become famous, how to make money. I'm going to break down for you how to use the astrology side. Ro is going to teach you how to connect with your body, how to bring your cervix and your throat together so that you can roar and be the feminine lion. It's going to be very beautiful and exciting. I'm so excited. Do you feel my energy? Woo! I'm so excited. Okay. I'm like sweating sitting here. Good. Anyways, less butter in my diet, possibly. Let's move forward. Yeah. So the agenda today is teaching you how to manifest with the Leo full moon. I'm also going to share with you how to find fame in your chart. Ro will be covering the lunar phases and menstruation. Afterwards, we'll go into a Q&A. It's going to be really fun. Does everyone have their pen and pencil ready? If you have a pencil, you're wrong. You should have a pen. This is serious. Take it seriously. Jesus Christ. So, Leo full moon. One of my favorite astrologers named Linda Goodman wrote down one day, and she said that, don't forget that Leo contains the essence of royalty. The house where you have Leo is the house where you are royalty. Everyone is royalty. Everyone type the word royalty in the chat for me, in the comment section for me, so I know you paying attention, all right? Write down the word royalty. I have royalty in my 5th house. So royalty in romance, creativity with children, all of these things, okay? And I want you all to know that you all have Leo in your chart. So if you go to my website, sunnymfmoney.com, you'll find a chart calculator there. We also use Lunar Astrology, astro.com, or astro-seek. Those are the ones that I found over the last 10 years to be the most accurate. The reason why they're the most accurate is because they update their website. If you're using Cafe Astrology, you're old and dusty, and that's weird. Stop using Cafe Astrology. It's old and dusty. Dusty. When I say dusty, I mean you can literally go to the website and there's dust, okay? Please stop using Cafe Astrology. It's not as advanced as some of these other websites that are pouring hundreds of thousands of dollars into their web developers every year. Am I making myself super clear? Fire. How do you find Leo in your chart? Does anyone see this green arrow? This massive green arrow? Look for the Leo symbol in your chart because that is the house where you have Leo, okay? So someone's gonna ask me, well, what house is it in? Well, we're gonna count from Pisces. This person's a Pisces rising. So Pisces 1, Aries 2, right here is Taurus 3, Gemini, what is that, 4? And then Cancer 5. This person's a Leo 6th house, okay? Is that making sense to everybody? I'm counting the different zodiac signs. And in this chart, Leo is in the 6th house, meaning the energy is aligned with Leo. Anyone confused? Did I lose someone? Perfect. If you're feeling lost, just give me 3 question marks. If you're feeling lost, I'll send you a GPS and we'll get you back on track. Okay, I see iPhone user is lost. What I would do is hit the leave meeting button. I'm just kidding. What we want to do actually is, if you're completely lost, I want you to look for this big old juicy Leo symbol, this thing with a tail. It looks like a lion, right? I want you to look for this symbol in your chart, okay? That's where Leo is. Someone said LOL. I'm serious. Hit the leave meeting button. I don't need you here. No, I'm kidding. So once we find that Leo, does everyone know where Leo is? Sam, Christian, Alo, Devonche, did you find the Leo in your chart yet? Because you're making us all sweat. I was already sweating, now I'm sweating more thanks to you. Boom. So once you found the Leo in your chart, these are the benefits of working with Leo in your chart, okay? Number 1 is childhood expressions. Leo rules childhood expression. Write this in your notebook or whatever you're writing, wherever you're writing. Leo helps you work with your inner child and helps you heal those inner child wounds. Leo helps you gain charisma and helps you gamble. If any of you are in the stock market, any of you do crypto, any of you do business, gambling is a really good thing, especially when you're using Leo, because the best gamblers are the ones who can talk their way out of debt. Crazy, crazy. Okay. So gambling and taking risk is ruled by Leo, which is for people who appear confident. Appearing confident and being confident are very different, and we'll talk about that in the Q&A more. So another benefit to using Leo in your chart is you get to encourage people. The best way to use Leo in your chart is to encourage other people. If you want to become famous, if you want to become well-known, but you don't encourage people, you're really fucking up the vibe of Leo, okay? Because people only want to support people that help uplift people. Is that clear? So when you want to help people, you got to bring their vibe up. You got to help them raise their vibration. You got to encourage them and inspire them. Inspiring them is so important because it'll help you understand your own trauma. When you inspire little kids or inspire people that are in their teens or inspire people in their 20s, this is so important because it will help you realize when I was that age, this is what I was struggling with. And now I see why this little person is struggling with it. And this helps you heal. Everyone type the word heal if you're with me. Okay. And this will help you manage your healing process. A lot of you struggle because you don't inspire others. When you inspire another person, you inspire yourself because there's no one outside of you. Nothing exists outside of you. When you encourage another human being, yeah, you may look like you're getting all the attention, but you are pouring into yourself, thus other people. This is why Leos look like they're so into themselves, but really they're saving your ass. Okay, so wherever you have Leo is where you save other people and yourself. Everyone type RAR in the chat if you're paying attention. Who's with me? Fire. So let's talk about features of using Leo, okay? During the full moon, this is a really good time for you to release. A lot of people on TikTok and Instagram and blah, 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 and blah, 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 talk about how to heal and release. The best way to really release anything is to use your expression. You need to talk about it. You can't just hold it in. If you have something going on with you and you're holding it in, this will stress you out. This will cause problems. The only way to tap in is to go into your hobbies. This will help you grow from the inside. Are you a painter? Do you like to sing? Do you like to dance? Do you like to make music? What do you like to do? You need to be making time for that 1 hour a week. Otherwise, the Leo in your chart is going to get weak. I started making music because I have a Leo Chiron. When I make music, it helps me confess. Anytime I make a song, it's a confessional. It helps me express the things that I'm hiding from the world. And this helps me. Everyone type the word. This helps me what? Heal. Aussie, you get 10 points. Aussie's winning. Aussie has taken the lead. Amazing. So, what is your art? What is your expression? That is what you need to be diving into to take advantage of this Leo full moon, because it will help you attract people. Once you accept yourself, you'll be more accepting of other people, and they will be expressing that same acceptance towards you. It's a back and forth. If you want to raise your vibration, I hear so many people in the spiritual community talk about raising your vibration. If you want to attract people, you need to accept yourself before other people will accept you. When I post content, I have to like it before all of you do. If I don't like my content, none of you will. Someone just felt that. I can tell, I can feel it. I'm in Mexico and y'all are all around the world, and I can feel someone feeling that right now. That's amazing. Okay. So the more you encourage yourself, sometimes what I like to do is I like to go into the mirror after I do some push-ups, and I'll just stand in the mirror and flex, and I'll be like, I'm the strongest human being in the world. Yeah, I do that. Why do I do that? Because I need to go to the gym again, and I need to encourage myself. So Leos encourage others by being themselves and using this within their own natal chart often. Wherever you have Leos, where you encourage yourself to be yourself, and this will help other people be themselves, which makes you a really good friend, and it makes you a really addictive person to be around. Because the more people can be themselves around you, the more their inner child is going to come up and out. In your videos, in your business, in your relationships, in your romance, whatever it is, this is all going to kick in. Now, inspiring other people is very big. A lot of you need to tap into this one. You see this person climbing? I literally picked the best little emojicon thing in the world. Look, it's literally someone struggling to like pull themselves up. Lead by doing. If I see someone climb a mountain and they need to pull themselves up and I'm watching them, in my head, I'm thinking to myself, I can probably do that too. If they can do it, I can probably do it too. Has anyone ever experienced this? You see someone else do something and you're like, maybe I can do that. That is the energy of Leo, is making mistakes publicly is so important. A lot of you don't post content and it's fucking up the vibe, because if you don't make mistakes publicly, how are you going to inspire the people who need to do that too? If you don't take risk with helping people publicly and make mistakes, how are you going to do the right thing? How many of you touched the stove when you were a kid? I know I did. That shit was hot. When it was hot, no one touched. Oh, so I'm the only one. Okay, cool. No, that's fine. No one else did. Perfect. I touched the stove when I was a little kid. I was preaching to the neighborhood, don't touch the stove when it's hot. Because I made that mistake and I took it out publicly and I started telling other people, I started telling other kids, don't touch it. It'll hurt you. I was so traumatized. When something hurts you, talk about it. Talk about why it hurt. It's important to talk about your pain, because if you don't talk about your pain, you don't get that vocal release, which means that you're suppressing it. Everyone type the word suppressing in the chat, so I know you're actually paying attention. When you don't express your pain, you're suppressing, and this is not inspiring. This is how you don't want to use Leo in your chart. Everyone type rar if you're still with me. I need to hear my lions. Rar. Am I bringing the right energy to this meeting, or should I be a little bit more boring? I see some of you like scratching your heads. You're like, what is this dude saying? You're like, he hasn't even taught me anything. He's like, someone's probably in the room like, what does Leo mean? I know someone's in here like, I don't know what Leo means. I'm sure of it. I'm 100% sure. Someone would be like, what does Leo mean in my third house? And I'd be like, bro, did you not hear me hyping you up the whole time? Okay, let's keep it going. The energy's on. Ashley, gas me. Let's go. All right. So what are some outcomes? So everyone has what? What's the first step? Benefits. Second step is features. Now we're on the outcomes. As everyone has those three. Do you have those three set up? Because if you don't, you're taking notes incorrectly. You did not go to college long enough. Or some of you should have just never went to college. I'm not going to speak too much on that. Point is, the outcomes of using Leo are you gain friends, you gain clients, you gain trust. Those are the important things that most people want in this world. Yes or no? I mean, yes or yes. Someone said you're. Mighty says yes. Perfect. By encouraging others, you gain respect, gain love, and you gain team members. I spelled team members as best I could. Okay. Another big factor of using Leo in your chart is that you become more charismatic. Gambling and taking risks helps you appear more confident, which is charisma. Inspiring other people will help you understand your own trauma and manage it better with others and alone. Okay, these are my experiences as a Leo Chiron. Okay, everyone type the word fame in the chart or in the chat for me in the comment section. There's 69 people in here. Wink, wink. Everyone type fame in the chat for me. There should be 69 fames in the chat. Valentina Vila just came in here and made it 70. Hey, you broke our 69 streak. Thank you. All right, we're at 57. Everyone type fame in the chat. Who wants fame? Do any of you want fame or do you want money? You can have both, but do you want fame or do you want money? Or do you want both? And by the way, just to clarify, fame isn't paparazzi taking pictures of you. Fame is being well known for what you're good at. Fame is being well known for what you're good at. That's all fame is. Well known for what you are good at and what you love. How many of you want to be famous? If you apply all the things that I said in the last 3 slides, fame will come to you naturally because you're yourself. Okay. So this is how I would manifest fame through the different houses. Anyone ready for this? Cool, let's do it. If I had a Leo rising, I would be extremely independent. I would really focus my entire life on being super self-aware of myself and trusting my impulses. I would be extremely courageous, especially when I feel shy, especially when I feel like nothing's going right or in my direction. I would just be really constructively self-interested, which means I would be so focused on how I could build my character that no one could ever tear me down. If I was a Leo rising, I would really try to manage how much energy I'm giving to the world, because I know as a Leo rising, I would give too much. And I would have to nurture myself as equally as I give. If not, I would give maybe 80% and nurture myself 20, maybe 70-30, depending on the week, right? That's how I would use Leo in the first house. If I had Leo in the second house to manifest money, because the second house is the money house, everyone type money, because I think a lot of people get confused about how to find money in your chart. Second house is money. Type second house and type money. So no one's confused. If I wanted to make the most money, I would be extremely loyal to my clients. I'd be extremely loyal to my business. I'd be extremely loyal and have really good boundaries. I would take things one step at a time. I would really focus in on my self-worth. I'd probably charge quadruple what other people are charging if I was a Leo second house. I would have really strong personal values. I'd be extremely patient if I was a second house Leo. Okay, if I was a Cancer rising, I'd be very patient. I would honor my expression a lot. If I had a second house Leo, I would enjoy my senses. I would live a life of gratitude and be very forgiving of people. I would be extremely persistent about the things that I want if I was a second house Leo. Where are my third house Leos at? Anyone? Also, when I'm describing these houses, it doesn't matter which zodiac is in these houses. I'm talking to the houses when I'm speaking. So you can utilize all 12 of these pieces of advice and become a better person and become famous. I just want to clarify, if anyone's curious at the end of the Q&A, like, oh, how do I do this for my third house? I'm about to tell you, okay? With the third house, if I had a third house Leo, I would be very curious about everything. I would ask way too many questions. I would try to get to know everyone and anything about anything so I could see both sides. Third house is really, really important to use logic and communicate anything that is a confection, okay? Really important, because the more you ask questions, the better you can find a positive approach. If I had a third house Leo, I would try to cheer other people up, and I would try to share my ideas very carefully by listening, by being open-minded and looking for the truth before I take any action, okay? If I had a fourth house Leo, I would validate my feelings often because my family probably didn't validate my feelings often. Someone said, why can't I see it in my chart on your website? You're not looking for the Leo symbol. If you haven't found the Leo symbol on the outer ring, that is the first mistake. Look for the Leo symbol. It's there. I promise you. Okay. If I had a Leo fourth house, I would be extremely honest about my feelings and my foundations for security and my humility. I would be accepting of other people's moods without judgment, and I would stay centered in on my own feelings. Okay. If I had Leo in the fifth house, which I do, I would be an individual. I'd be extremely enthusiastic. I would have a lot of self-confidence, and I'll take a lot of risks. I would enjoy life, have fun, look at life as a game, and really have a it's up to me aptitude and attitude, and have a lot of willpower. Because the fifth house is about being courageous. If I had Leo in the sixth house, I would participate in a lot of different social events, and I would try to bring order to chaos with my friends, with my business, with people in my life. I would really focus a lot of my attention on creating routines. And I would also be really focused in on being present, being compassionate, being of service to other people would be the biggest thing that I would do if I had sixth house Leo. And also analyzing, being self-confident through all of my experiences and having a lot of moderation. Instead of fluctuating too much and, oh, what do I want to do? What do I want to do? I'd probably just pick one thing and get really good at it. So I could take more risk with that one thing and value the details that I find along the way. If you have Leo first through sixth house, do you understand what I said? Was I unclear? Does anyone with a Leo first through sixth house feel confused? Just go ahead and give me 3 question marks and then hit the leave meeting button. Hit the leave meeting button and I'll decide if you can come back in. Someone's like, no, I'm not leaving. All right, who has Leo 7th house through 12th house? This is where it gets exciting because you're on the top half of the chart. Go ahead and tell me, where are my 7th house Leos at? Because you are some of the most romantic people ever, but you hide it because you're an Aquarius rising. You're like, oh no, I don't want to show it. Ah. You're like, oh no, we can just be friends. Ah. Whole time you're madly in love because you're very cooperative. You love being diplomatic, right? You're very aware of others' needs. Someone said, wow, you're spot on. Guess what? I do this for a business. That's crazy. act in selflessness is a very big seventh house Leo thing, because they're so good at compromising and sharing and seeing and valuing other people's perspectives. This makes you a very communicating, self-identifying person. Where are my 8th house Leos at? Is that Sag rising? Is it? No, I don't think so. Wait, 8th house is, what's your rising? Cap and Sag, okay. 8th house Leo. If you have 8th house Leo, if you want to become famous and well-known, guess what? God, I would have as much self-discipline as humanly possible, because it's going to help me constructively change and release low energy. When I release low energy, all that means is I'm letting go of things that don't work. I would eliminate anything that's not useful as a possession. If I was an 8th house Leo, I would accept help and support. If I was an 8th house Leo, I would enjoy risky situations. In fact, I would have a lot of awareness around others' wants and needs to help me merge my power with other people's power. Where are my 8th house Leos at? Sag rising, gang, gang. All right, where are my 9th house Leos at? What's your rising sign? Scorpio risings, hello. If I was a 9th house Leo, I would rely so much on my intuition, and I would speak from God. I would literally just channel God herself all the time. I'd be like, oh, like, da, 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 just talking all the time. I'd be very spontaneous. I would really focus on communicating without censorship. I mean, I already kind of do that, but I would go even harder if I had a 9th house Leo, because you need to trust yourself, because the more you trust yourself and the more time you spend alone and in nature, the more patient you'll become. And this will help you intuitively listen, not only to people, but to the world. And this will help you hear the greater meaning of things in general. If I had a 10th house Leo, I would have so much self-control. I would act so mature. I would probably look like Bones. I'd be so mature, I'd be Bones. I would have so much self-respect and goals that other people would be super focused in on how I solve problems. If I had a 10th house Leo, I would keep every single commitment I spoke in my mouth outwards, because the 10th house has to do with your reputation. Everyone type the word reputation. If you want to know how people see you, it's your 10th house. Everyone type 10th house. My 10th house is where I have my stellium in my chart. That's why I have to keep my commitments no matter what. If I say something, it's happening. Okay. The 10th house, Leo, you must become good at letting go of your past. Self-care is a must, because the 10th house is a very stressful house. If you have planets in your 10th house, especially with Leo, it's a very stressful house. So you need to have a lot of self-care. You need to be very accepting of responsibilities that come with success. There's 74 people here. Hello. That's 11. I love it. Where are my 11th house Leos? Ashley. What's up, girl? Nicole, Aberritz, Giggly into, yo, y'all's names sound like Digimon. What the heck? Like, y'all have some crazy Pokemon names. When we get to the Q&A, you need to tell me how to pronounce your name, so I never make I don't. Abrihet. Ah, hello. Nice to, welcome. Thank you. I appreciate you. Hi. All right, everyone type 11th house. If you want to go famous, if you want to become famous, listen to what I'm about to say. The 11th house is the house that I used in 2021 to go viral. It's not just for Leo, what I'm about to say. I'm talking to Leo, but it's not just for Leo. If you want to become famous, if I was a Leo 11th house, I would focus on the big picture. If I wanted to become famous online, I would focus on the big picture. I would have a desire for friendship. I would make decisions for groups. Notice how we have a group call right now. Notice how we have a group call. Notice how I'm using my 11th house, okay? I would do things for the group's best interest. I would have humanitarian causes. Notice how this class is free. Some people paid, and we'll talk to the paid people at the end, but notice how this class is free, right? I'm using my 11th house. Participation in groups. Notice how I'm leading this group, okay? 11th house. If you want to become famous, strive for equality. Notice how I never speak poorly on any of the signs. And if I do, I just talk badly about all of them because I hate all of you. Which means I love all of you, right? Obviously. I would relate to others on a deeper level. How many of you have related to me through my content? Do you think I make my content for me or for you? Do I make my content for me or for you? For all. I make my content for everyone. It's for me and for you. I get to enjoy expressing myself and my inner child, and you get to laugh with me or cry with me or learn something or whatever it is that I post. But I have to like it first, right? Exactly. Sage, you got it. So last few things here is I would compromise and I would look to see others' valuable qualities. So when I make content about all the zodiac signs, it doesn't matter which zodiac sign broke my heart or which zodiac sign was the best relationship or which zodiac sign my mom or my dad is or which zodiac sign my grandma. It doesn't make a difference to me because I see all of them equally. Am I clear? Is this making sense? 11th house placements, 11th house Leos. Someone said, Aussie said you don't know your birth time. I have a 40-minute video on YouTube that you can watch on how to find your birth time. Otherwise, if you want, you can pay me and I can do it for you. I would just watch the video. I will gladly accept your money though, 100%. 12th house Leo. Where are my Virgo risings at? Gang, gang. Mace, hello. Ra, hello. Borka, hello. This is what you want to do with Leo in 12th house. The 12th house is one of the hardest houses to work with. I have a stellium in the 12th house as well. The 12th house is very important that you are non-judgmental. If I had a Leo in the 12th house, I would be non-judgmental. I would have a lot of compassion. I would surrender all my anxiety to God. I would just be like, you know what? This thing's not working. I'm just going to let it happen. I would also free my mind through meditation. I would allow myself to meditate to free myself from all the things that are stressing me out, all the things that are bringing weight to me. Who has planets in the 12th house? If you have planets in the 12th house, meditation is your drugs. Meditation is your water, and meditation is your food. Meditation is also your shelter. Meditation is also your air. If you have 12th house placements, especially in Leo, I would focus on the spiritual path. I would really focus in on how to trust the positive outcomes in my life and how to connect with the universe, because this will help me welcome in changes. This is how we use Leo through all 12 houses. Now, I haven't included the planets. The reason why I haven't included the planets is because you need to focus in on the houses. If you're not good with the planets yet, the houses is where you need to stay until you master them. The planets actually just add a little bit of flavor. I want you to imagine the planets in the chart as pizza toppings, and the house is the slice of pizza. Does that make sense to everybody?
All right.
Is anyone confused? Cool. So how many of you have ever menstruated or seen the moon? Has anyone seen the moon? Has anyone seen the moon or menstruated before? I have seen the moon before. I don't want to say if I've menstruated or not, but I've menstruated before, definitely. It's not funny. Someone said, what? No, seriously, I was around my mom one time when she was on her cycle too long, and I swear, like, my emotions just went, like, they were going everywhere. It was crazy. I didn't know how to, I just went to sleep because I didn't know how to deal with it. I was like, I need to sleep. So Ro's gonna take over this section. She's gonna help y'all understand a bit more about the lunar phases and menstruation. I want to say thank you for dealing with me. I'm quite annoying, but I try to keep it fun and light. Yes, I just got a fresh haircut. If no one noticed, no one said anything, and I got a fresh haircut. So I just wanted to let you all know that I got the fresh haircut for you. Yeah, so it's Rose's turn. She's way prettier than me. So yeah, I got a fresh haircut, but I just wanted to share, like, it's Rose's turn. So I'm gonna mute myself. Thank you.
Thank you, Sunny. So we're going to talk about lunar phases and menstruation. I would love to know if anyone is actually currently bleeding or menstruating. You can go ahead and comment or in the chat red if you are. I want to give it a few seconds to see. Awesome. Someone said that they were going to start tomorrow. I'm also curious if anybody tracks their cycle or uses an app tracker. Yes, yes. Tracks hers with the moon, counts. Awesome. Yeah, there's plenty of ways to track, either with the moon, with an app, or maybe even you can just feel it coming on. I definitely suggest using something like an app, or the moon's cool too. All right, so some of the benefits of knowing your moon cycle is the moon is actually connected to our feminine energy. And so when we connect to nature, when we connect to the moon, it activates your feminine energy. And I'm going to talk about why that's really good later on, and maybe dive deeper into that in the Q&A. I'm going to try to kind of get through this so we can get to the Q&A part. But another benefit of working with your moon cycle is that you get to plan and prepare. If you have some information about your moon cycle, or like you mentioned the menstrual cycle, you'll know that there's 4 different phases, and usually your energy or your hormones are changing throughout those phases. So when you know your moon cycle, you have a better idea of how to plan for the month ahead of time. Another benefit is you build an energetic and bodily awareness of, what it means when you bleed during certain phases of the moon. It also gives you a better idea of how to spend your energy. We're going to talk about this later on. This is just kind of like the benefits up front. And it also gives you a deeper knowing of what your body needs. Your body is actually signaling certain things to you depending on when you bleed in alignment with the moon. And so some outcomes of knowing your moon cycle, if we go on to the next slide, is obviously your feminine energy gets activated, which means it allows you to rest more. It allows you to introduce more surrender into your life. Your intuition is naturally heightened. And another feature is you get to connect with other women. There's a huge theme of sisterhood when you're connected to your moon cycle. Has anybody ever experienced walking into the bathroom and asking just the bathroom if someone has a tampon or if someone has a pad? If anybody has, go ahead and comment in the chat. You're immediately best friends. Whoever gives you that tampon or that pad is suddenly your best friend. And if you see them at the gym or see them again, usually you just have that like energy of sisterhood right beneath any
Blood
interaction.
sisters. Those are my
Yeah.
blood sisters for life.
Yeah, what Sunny said. And so another feature of knowing your moon cycle is it really activates your womb. And as women, our wombs are very powerful. It's a very powerful organ. It's a very powerful energy source. And so when you know what moon cycle you're in, it actually lets your periods become more intentional. It also helps periods kind of go by easier. Some of you might experience pain when you menstruate, cramps, or certain digestive issues. The more you connect to your moon cycle, the easier this experience with your period is going to become. Also, another feature is that you will be healing ancestral trauma when you activate your womb. And this is very empowering, and it's also such a favor and such an honor for your lineage. And so, moving on to some outcomes. When you know your moon cycle, you become such an embodied woman. There's a sense of confidence and empowerment that comes with knowing your moon cycle. Literally, women are manifestation machines. Menstrual cycle, manifestation, creating idea into reality, potential life into life. That the embodiment of a woman is very empowering. You also get a sense of balanced polarity. You get to follow the ebbs and flow of a blueprint that nature literally provides for you. There's a blueprint that nature gives you every month to follow of what energy to be in and how to use it and what your body needs. It is very intuitive as well. It's very structured. And then another outcome is having that radical self-love, that radical sense of self-acceptance. When you accept your period, when you stop seeing it as an inconvenience or seeing it as something that brings you dis-ease, you actually embody more self-love in such a radical way. Yeah. And so, like I said earlier, if you are on a red moon cycle, this is usually when you bleed during the full moon. When you bleed during the full moon, this is actually an intuitive bodily signal for you to focus on self-growth, focus on development, mentorship, and creativity. Whatever darker or creative energy you have while you're bleeding, this is just like a signal for you to show it, deliver it to the world. That some archetypes that are synced to this full moon / red moon cycle is like the shamanic priestess healer energy. And so when you bleed during the full moon, it's a signal from your body saying you're ready to give something to the world. You're ready to create and either guide or mentor someone or focus on self-growth, guide yourself. If you bleed during the new moon, this means you're on a white moon cycle. White moon cycle usually encourages you to focus on nourishment and self-renewal. This is a time to really focus inward, especially so that you can nurture and nourish yourself. You might find that you want to really prioritize that. The archetype for this is mother energy. And this might either be a mother to yourself, or maybe if you're trying to conceive, or maybe if you actually mother others. This is a time to really pay attention to how you are mothering and who you are mothering and be very intentional with that. If you are on a purple moon cycle, this means you bleed during the waning moon. And this is usually a transitional period. This usually is your body signaling that you should focus on reflecting and resting. It's a huge, huge theme for people who are on a purple moon cycle is to release whatever's not working. Let go of whatever's not working. Reflect on what's not working. Transitional. Yeah, pink moon cycle is usually during the waxing moon. And this is actually an indication that maybe you're about ready to come out of rest and step into power. It's just another kind of reassurance that you're walking into strength, you're walking into love, you're transitioning out of maybe a darker time or a time that you felt less empowered. Yeah, pink and purple are very transitional moon cycles. And so I added a slide on what certain things mean, because these were some questions that came up frequently in the past. And so when you switch moon cycles, so let's say you bled on the last new moon and now you're bleeding again during the full moon, your body is simply just signaling something else to you. You know, last full moon, or last new moon, it was time for you to focus on yourself, focus on recharging. Now you're bleeding during the full moon, you're ready to put that energy out into the world now. If you don't menstruate, this is a really good thing for you still. You get to follow the lunar phases naturally. You don't have to follow your flow if you don't menstruate anymore, if you just don't menstruate in general. Just follow the lunar phases and follow with what feels right to you. Follow whatever it is intuitive to you. It's just adding more of intentionality to your month. And then if you bleed irregularly or if you're on birth control, I highly encourage you to take note of when you do bleed and journal whatever comes up energetically. And throughout the month, even if you don't bleed, if anything stands out, I would also note that too. And then also keep into that intention of following the lunar phases and whatever feels right to you intuitively.
That was super fire. Did y'all learn something today? Thank you, Ro. Everyone say thank you, Ro. All of you tap in and say thank you, Ro.
Thank you.
Cool. So we talked about the full moon. Releasing is really tapping in your inner child. We talked about how to use how to find Leo in your chart. And then we also showed you which piece of the pizza you should be grabbing onto so that you understand Leo. Now we also spoke on how to use your body to tap in with the full moon and with your soul and with your body and with your energy. Who has questions? Go ahead and raise your hand. In our previous calls, what we've done is we've talked a bit about social media. The best way for me to really break this down for you is the benefit of working with us is that we want to help you do the inner work, because a lot of you have seen my social media stuff. I go viral consistently. Ro has gone viral consistently. Ro was able to go from 20,000 followers to 60,000 followers. I went from 15,000 followers to almost I have like 650 something. I don't even know, whatever. But we use that with astrology. We did that with business. We did these things and made sure that we were breaking down exactly what we needed to know about ourselves so that we could share that with others. Remember, the more you know yourself, the more you know other people and the more they get to know you. Okay. Tiara says, which chart do you suggest following, sidereal or tropical? I like both. I use both. I watch videos on both. When I'm watching a horoscope, I'm listening for both. They are different. Once you understand one, then go to the other. It's really about understanding and what is the goal. So the one thing I do know about Vedic astrology and sidereal astrology, it is uncolonized. If you want uncolonized astrology that is more focused on the Hindu culture and the Chinese culture and the Asian culture and the African culture, you want to use sidereal. If you are comfortable using more American, more European astrology, you want to go tropical. Kelly says, I'm unclear on how to read the planets. I'm going to tell you right now, Kelly, it took me 7 years. Okay. If you want to tap in with us, we can teach you, but it's not going to be in this meeting. All right. So raise your hand if you're ready. I do have a few people who paid. I know Anika's one of them. Already raised your hand that sent me your chart. So I'm going to go in order from the people I know who paid for the class. And then everyone else, you can raise your hand also, and I will get right to you after we go through all the people. And you can ask a question to Ro or myself, and nothing's too big or small. I won't make fun of you, I'll try not to. And we'll get through this together. All right. And Nika was popping.
Hi, how are you?
Fire, how are you?
Good, good.
Gang, gang, gang.
Oh, okay. So, I have, okay, I'm noticing like a lot of okay, so for example, if my son, okay,
Do you
the
mind if
sun
I
is,
show your chart?
yeah, go for it.
Cool.
Okay, so because my son, okay, because the sun is ruled by Leo, and I have the sun,
The sun rules Leo, yeah.
or the sun rules Leo, sorry. Okay, I'm trying to figure out like obviously there's like there's like a lot of layers of Leo in my chart, so I'll just like the sun, me having my sun in Cancer, I have it in my second house, right?
Yeah.
But I also have Mercury and Leo in my second house, and then I have Lilith in Leo. Like I'm trying to like layer together like a meaning of what exact like, and then I have like Leo in my third house as well, like just Leo straight.
So do you remember the section where I said inspire, encourage, take risk, gamble, share your losses with people? You want to do that with money. You want to tell
So
people and inspire people to get their bag. You want to tell people out loud how you like have fumbled bags before. You want to talk to people about how you gambled with money or how you've been around people who gambled with money. But the main thing is you need to talk to people because Leo needs to express. Your inner child wants out, not in, out. Don't keep the kid inside, keep the kid outside and bring the kid inside when the kid needs to rest.
okay.
So this is why when you're making content, we want to talk about your adventures. We want to share about money. We want to talk about your values. We want to talk about family. We want to talk about your belief systems. We want to talk about the things that are important to you, like possessions. Like, do you like gold or do you like silver? Tell people so that they can tell you what they like too. And this is going to help people relate to you, connect with you, be with you.
Okay.
So the second house again is money. So you want to talk about possessions. It's not just money, it's possessions, it's valuable things like a laptop, like a chain. It's like your favorite orange juice. Like anything that you value is the second house. And you want to talk about it. You need to get it out of your body.
Oh, damn. About,
Is that more clear?
yeah.
Okay. So who are you going to talk to?
I guess the audience that I don't have yet.
The audience is literally anyone that's not you.
Okay.
So it could be someone, it could be anyone. But when you're talking, especially when I first got on social media, I was talking to 0 people first. I hope you know that.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone starts at 0. Like there's no person on social media that starts at like 100,000 followers.
Yeah. And it's like important that I like verbalize it like out loud.
Who
with
you
my-
are. Right. Because when I first got on TikTok, when I first got on like Instagram, I had 0 followers. I kept talking about astrology. I kept talking about spirituality. I kept rapping on camera. I kept traveling and taking pictures. I kept doing push-ups and taking pictures seconds after, so I looked super juicy. I kept doing these things so that people knew who I was and who I am.
Yeah. But
And
then
it started at 0. It didn't start at 100, and I never
Yeah.
quit. That's the main thing,
But-
is I never quit.
but the thing is, like, okay, so like okay, Gemini is ruled by Mercury, right? I have
You're talking
Gemini.
about a completely different sign. You're not focusing
Oh,
on what I'm saying at all.
No, oh no, I'm just what I mean by that is since my Mercury is ruled by Leo, does it affect it if like a sign, for example, like Gemini,
You need to communicate. Mercury is the planet of communication.
but
If you're
is it like a
not
parallel?
communicating, it's not going to work.
Okay.
That's just how it is. If you don't advertise, if McDonald's doesn't advertise, no one buys their burgers.
Yeah.
If Anika doesn't advertise herself, no one follows her.
Oh man, that sucks.
If Ro doesn't advertise, no one looks at her content. That's if I don't post, no one books readings. No one comes to these classes.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what sign it's in. It's, are you doing the thing that needs to be done with the planet? And if your sun is in the 2nd house, if you don't express yourself, you don't get paid. If you don't talk, you also don't get paid.
Damn.
To be yourself. You cannot get paid to be yourself without talking and expressing yourself. It's impossible.
Damn, that sucks.
It doesn't suck. It helps you tap into, are you going to do it or are you going to not do it? Because either
Yeah.
way, you're going to have to do it. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter if you have a sugar daddy or 1 million followers, you still need to communicate what and who you are.
Yeah. Okay.
Is that super clear to everyone? Not just Anika? Cool. We'll take the next question. Thank you for your question. And remember, it doesn't work until you do.
I know. I just
Oh shit. I didn't mean to.
sorry.
I want
Oh.
you to find Anika right now and listen, everyone. This is for everyone. Before we go to the next question, stop finding reasons why you can't, because it's fucking up the vibe.
Yeah. Okay.
I sometimes look homeless and I will still post the video because I know it's going to help people.
Yeah. I just don't really feel like I have anything to say though.
You're funny, bro. You have so much to say. You're just not trying.
I know, but like I'm naturally funny, like so I don't think like, oh, this will be funny, like let me share it. Like, you know what I mean? I just be myself and I'm funny.
So this is the opportunity to just post, see what sticks.
Yeah.
And 80% of your content's gonna be bad. It took me a whole year before a video went viral. But that's because I wasn't being myself.
Ah.
And I was being inconsistent, which is exactly where you are.
Yes.
So if you're not being consistent and you're not talking about who you are, you're gonna slow down the whole machine.
Yeah.
We'll take the
Makes
next
sense.
question. Perfect.
Thank you.
Of course. Awesome. Let me pause this. Let me see who else is on the list. Marie. Okay, here. Carol. Y'all need to make sure your email and your name are aligned so it's easier to find. Someone's named iPhone, so I can't verify if you're on the list or not. And I see Teddy. Teddy, what's popping?
Hi.
Hello.
Hey.
Do you mind if I share your chart?
Yeah, go for it. So I'm triple Leo in my first house.
Mhm.
So
Nice.
sun, moon, rising. Yeah.
Okay. Did you get my email?
I did.
The email said specifically, don't tell me your chart, tell me what you need help with.
Oh, okay, cool. Yes. So to make my content go viral, am I focusing on sharing the things that I've learned about myself because it's in the first house? And then amping people up?
Yeah, exactly. Are you doing that?
I think I've been a little bit quiet lately, like not being so external with what I've been going through. So yeah.
Okay. So that's the issue. So how many of you seen my pinned video on Instagram? No one? Okay, cool. So I have a friend of mine, she's a Leo rising, Scorpio sun, Aries moon, and she basically all I told her was you need to talk in your videos and you need to inspire and encourage people. Remember I said inspire and encourage, inspire and encourage. Everyone type inspire and encourage. If you have Leo placements, you need to inspire and encourage. If your content and your business don't do those two things, you're missing the point of Leo. You would not be here today if I did not inspire and encourage you to be here. I have a Leo Chiron. Okay. So you need to inspire and encourage people to talk about whatever you want to talk about. Now, the advantage of having a Leo rising, moon, and sun is that you were born on a Cazimi. You were born around a Cazimi. Look up the word Cazimi. All right, I'll type it in the chat for you. Cazimi. Everyone copy the word Cazimi and type it in the chat. Cazimis happen every month. A Cazimi is when the sun and the moon come together at the exact same time. And this happened for you during the early part of the day. And that's when you were born. So you were born on a new moon. Okay. So when you talk, you help people manifest. But if you don't inspire and encourage them, it doesn't work. And also Leo is a fixed sign. If you're not consistent, it doesn't work. I don't have Taurus, Leo. I have Aquarius. I don't have Scorpio in my chart, or Pluto, Scorpio, but I'm consistent. That's why you trust me. That's why you follow me. If I was one of those astrologers that posted once every like 3 weeks, you probably wouldn't be here. Right? So Teddy, what you need to really do is focus on being consistent and inspiring and encouraging other people.
Okay, got it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, that's the bare minimum. What are you making content for?
I do women's empowerment work. So I actually focus on creative, being expressed, being sovereign, all around queen work. So very, very Leo.
Right. So do you remember the part of the presentation where I said you need to show it before other people will see it,
Mm,
especially as women. Other women flock to those who are in their power. The more in your power you are, even if it's hard, the people and the women especially will come towards you. But
yeah.
if you're not, go ahead.
Oh, no, that's good. Yeah, thank you for that reminder.
Cool. So what are you gonna do?
I'm just going to get up and just share exactly where I'm at right now and I feel like bringing in more joy and steering my mind into like what's actually helping me feel really confident and good, and then sharing that as well.
Cool. I think you'd be a good person. I think a lot of you, Anika's already in, and a few of my other students are already in, but a lot of you need to get into our test group where I'm going to show you exactly how I helped Ro go from 20,000 followers to 60,000 followers. Okay, one of Ro's videos did over pretty much a 250,000 views just because she spoke. Just because she talked. If you have Leo placements, you need to go and book a test group call with us so that we can talk to you for 15 minutes and see if you're a good fit. This is really only for business owners and influencers. And this is for people who are making money from their business already. If you're not making money from your business, we can't help you because you haven't learned the basics yet. You haven't taken my advice yet. I talked to one of my clients earlier today. She said, Sunny, I've come to so many of your classes. I'm making $13,000 a month now from your classes because I took your advice. She's a Pisces. She's a dominatrix. She signed up for the test group. Tiana says, Sunny, how? How do I sign up? How do I sign up? How do I sign up? The link is in my bio. Boom, I hit you with it. The man can advertise, I swear to God. Man can advertise. You can also meet up with Ro, either one of us, but the link's in our bio. Go click the link in our bio, and I'll do you a solid. Actually, I'm lying. I'll just type it in the chat for you. Is that better if I type it in the chat for you? Boom. Can you be in the test group if you're starting from scratch? You do need to have a certain amount of money that you're making a month because we need to make sure that what we're talking about and how much you're making makes sense. So if you're making money from your job or another business already, and you can afford to make this investment, definitely do. Because I want to show you how to go viral and I want to help you understand how to make money. Ro's gonna be there to help you understand your body and how to connect with your womb more. Okay. So we're sending you these like super long links. Just click on them and sign up it's a free 15-minute call. Please come with business questions on how you want us to help you. Okay. Gigi, what's poppin'?
Hey,
How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm really good, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so I'm just gonna use the question, the example question. I want to know how to make viral content using my Leo stellium in the 11th house. My Leo's in the 11th house. I'm a Leo stellium. There we go.
Do you remember what I said about the 11th house?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so one second. What do you say?
por arribita, like on the top, like, you know, like more or less, I remember. I have it written down though.
Okay, so you tell me, based on what you wrote down, what should you do? 'Cause I think that's more
I
important.
know that I have to look at the big picture. I have to think not only for myself, but other people and how people will benefit from that. And
From what?
how people will benefit from my concert, what I'm talking about, what I'm saying, what I'm telling them,
Right.
how they benefit, and what else?
So that's fine. That's good. That's perfect.
okay.
So when you're making content for people and how it can benefit them, what skills, who do you want? I want everyone in the class, there's 50 of you. I want you to write this question, type it in the chat for me. What do I know and what rich person can I help? Everyone type that in the chat. What do I know and what rich person can I help? The reason why you need to help rich people is why? Someone guess. Why would we help rich people?
No clue.
Because they have money, my friend.
Mhm.
If you try to help everyone, you're gonna drop the ball. Your business is gonna fail. If you start selling things for $5, $10, $50, $100, your business is gonna fail.
Right.
But if you help a rich person solve a rich person problem, they're gonna pay you $1,000, $5,000, $10,000 a month
Exactly.
because they need you to solve their problem. Rich people don't have time. So they rather pay someone to do it for them.
Exactly.
I know a barber that makes like $250 a haircut because he cuts NBA players' hair. And he flies to them before the game. He'll go to their hotel room and cut their hair. And he's one of the most popular barbers in Minnesota. But guess what? He's not a better barber, but he can afford to make it look like he's a better barber because he's charging more.
Mhm.
So you need to focus in on how, if you want to make money, this is what you need to do. If you want to do what I've done, which is build community as well,
Mhm.
you need to make content for the people.
Right.
And you need to be really clear. Are you talking to the homies? Are you talking to the girls? Are you talking to the gays? Are you talking to kids? Are you talking to middle-aged people? Are you talking to 60-year-old people? Are you talking to dinosaurs? Are you talking to underwater basket weavers? Are you talking to Australians? Are you talking to, who are you talking to?
Right. Okay. Bueno,
Hold on.
Oh, that wasn't a question for me.
It's rhetorical.
Right. Okay.
This is stuff that we go through with you in the test group. The test group is 4 weeks long. We help you identify exactly who you need to talk to step by step, because each time that you are on screen, you have the capability to go viral. But if you don't know who you're talking to and you don't know what you're saying, and you have nothing to give them, that's a recipe for failure.
Right.
So you need to hop on a call with us. We'll talk to you for 15 minutes and really get clear on how we can help you, because this is not a 2-minute conversation.
Right. Definitely.
Right? And we want to help you. I've helped people literally last year. Kehlani, the R&B singer, hired me. We took her from 1.5 million. She now has like over 4 million followers.
Mm-hmm.
The first reading I did for her was to help her find her twin flame. Go look at her account. She's
Exactly.
mad. She's
Interrupt for
madly.
a second.
Do you want to interrupt me?
Yeah, just for a second, just to give like an example. I'm sorry.
You want to
Um,
give me an example of what? Go
yes.
ahead.
Okay. So okay, so I saw this video of the Kardashians that brought over a psychic medium. And like obviously you already know they paid her like really good money. So it's a difference between somebody that charges, that knows the type of people, and that charges the amount that she knows that the type of people that her clients, like the type of clients that she wants to come to her will come to her. You know what I mean?
I'm confused on what you're saying.
Okay, so the Kardashians had a psychic medium come, and this is a psychic medium that is all over Hollywood. It's specifically like the psychic medium for Hollywood people. But then there's other psychic mediums that are, they don't go for that. So they, they each have their own separate prices and stuff like that. And different type of clientele. So I think that's like what you're trying to say.
Yeah, even me, there's a cutoff period that I actually created like the other day, just to be transparent, because I can't help all of you, because I give this free information and we do these Q&As and I tell you exactly how to use it in your house. But like, there's some people that are ready to just do it, and there's some people who need a lot of time.
Right.
And because I know I have to die, like this body has an expiration date, I prefer to work with people who want to do it. If I tell you, oh, you need to get on social media and inspire and encourage, it's really hard for me to like sit here and listen to you say, I can't. And I'm like, but that's what you want.
Exactly.
So what's the problem? Right? So that's really what it comes down to is, do you actually want it? Most people don't.
Yeah.
Most people want it because someone else has it. Or some people even want it because their parents wanted it but never got it.
Right.
When you decide that you actually want it, you'll just do it. And if you need help, you need to book a call with us, because I needed help. My first viral video was because I was mad. I came home from a job that I quit, and I was mad, and I was like, I have no other option. I made the video, went to sleep, woke up with 15,000 followers. The universe was like, got it. You decided to do this thing. After a year of posting and not going viral, boom, went viral.
Mm-hmm.
Because I decided to just do it.
Yeah.
And a lot of you haven't been in situations that have forced you into that reality. So you need help.
Mm-hmm.
But I definitely do plan to just work with celebrities and work with people who like need the information now. Because that's when I was texting Kalani, she was like, just help me and make it simple. And that's why I teach astrology so simply. The reason why she hired me is because I keep it simple. It's not hard.
Exactly.
All you need to do is take my advice that I'm giving to you for free. I have nothing to sell you outside of, do you want to change or no? Great question. Thank you. Summer! Sorry if I get too intense on y'all. I'm an intense person. He's a wee bit intense, yeah? Summer, are you here? Carolyn Agalo, hello. Oh wait, Summer's here.
Sorry, my phone froze. I couldn't unmute it.
You're golden.
But
I'm just gonna turn off my video quick. But you can still ask your question.
okay, sure. Well, I don't have any planets. The only thing I see in Leo would be it says fortune, and it's in the seventh house. I saw where you said that you need to be more diplomatic and be more aware of others' needs. But how am I supposed to apply that if I don't have planets, or does that even matter? I don't even know what the fortune or vertex means.
So part of fortune in the chart, everyone write this down. Part of fortune, everyone type part of fortune, P-A-R-T of fortune, part of fortune. Part of fortune in your chart shows you how you become successful in this lifetime. It's a really great, it's not a planet, it's a point. It's a calculation. It was created by the Arabian astrologers in like the I can't remember if it was the 1400s or the 1600s. It was mad early. Okay.
Okay. And how am I supposed to use that to like manifest wealth?
By inspiring and encouraging other people. You become successful by
By
inspiring and
inspiring.
encouraging other people, by being royalty, by showing people how to take risks. No matter where you have Leo, these are you must do those things.
Okay. Well, that's
I
easy.
don't-
I can easily just tell my story, which
It's
I'm afraid
easy.
to do. So like,
It's
people do it.
easy. It's easy. The consistency is hard. When I started posting 4 to 6 videos a day, I posted 4 to 6 videos for like 600 days. That's how I got to 600,000 followers. If you want the recipe, post 4 to 6 videos a day for like a year and a half.
Wow, that is super consistent. That's definitely a challenge, but that's what you gotta do what you gotta do.
Just focus in on the first 100 days and you'll see a huge difference.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, and if you want to hook up with us for the test group, we're really trying to help people take it to the next level. This is going to be the last chance that if you're starting from scratch, if you don't have followers, if you don't have a following right now, this is the last time that we will be having this open. Moving forward, I'm only going to want to work with people who are already making money from their business, already an influencer, already doing the thing. Because it's too hard for me to keep going backwards. So this is the last chance to work with us in this way, because I want to bring people forward, but you need to step forward. Does everyone understand? Go ahead and type 444 in the chat if you understand. Okay, Charmaine. Okay. I'm gonna take Carol real quick. Carol was popping.
Hi, it's Caroline.
Caroline, thank you.
No problem. So, God, I'm sorry, trying to be clear with my question. Because I know my chart. Okay, so I'm trying to say it without saying my chart. So how do what's best to talk about if, and I'm not used to whole signs, but I'm looking at my whole sign chart. And according to my whole sign chart, my North Node and my moon are in Leo.
Nice.
And they're conjunct. They're actually 2 degrees away from each other. So
Same, mine too. Nice.
yeah. And so what I'm curious about is, because I have that, like I know that my moon is a part of my destiny, right?
Yeah.
So how does that help me online? It's in the 9th house in whole sign.
Same. I'll
but
tell you. I'll
so
tell you. I'll tell you.
do you need
I'll
to
tell
know?
you.
Okay, go ahead.
I got you. The reason why my videos go viral is because I'm using my moon. The North Node is going to boost it. So when you have your moon conjunct your North Node, you are a K2 person.
Okay.
K2 is sidereal astrology. I know you're using Placidus, or excuse me, whole signs. In Placidus, is it in the 9th house still?
No, that's what is
Is it in
fascinating.
the 10th house or the 8th
So,
house?
so my moon is in the 8th house
Perfect. So I got you.
and the north
So-
and North Node's in the 9th.
I got you.
Got it. Great.
When we use whole signs, it makes it easier because what we want to focus in on is you need to share your belief systems. A lot of the reasons why people follow me is not because I'm the best astrologer. It's not because I'm super this or that. It's because I believe in my heart what I'm saying, because that's what the 9th house is. 9th house is believing in yourself. The 8th house is about investing in yourself. The 8th house is about intimacy. The 8th house is about trauma. So when you combine believing in yourself because of your trauma, because of the intimacy you have with yourself or your partner, that when you start combining the North Node and the moon, it's your purpose is to trust your inner emotions. The reason why my videos go viral is because I'm venting half the time.
Yeah.
I'm venting, and people who align with me are like, me too.
Yeah.
You don't vent enough. You don't trust your intuition. You don't believe in yourself openly yet. And that's what's preventing you. Because I have the exact same placement and the
Yeah.
exact same conjunction. So you, especially with Leo, you need to believe in yourself publicly, consistently.
So I have a midheaven in Virgo, so that part of me wants to look put together.
Who cares?
Doesn't
It
matter.
doesn't
Okay.
help. If you can't help people, you're not put together. That's the first problem.
Got it. Because you have to also be relatable. Yeah.
Yeah. And also, perfectionism doesn't exist.
Of course.
I've done so many classes that were literally so bad, but I still helped so many people.
Yeah. And it's interesting too, because when I'm a mess, like in class, because I'm an actor, I'm always like, oh, I'm so sorry, guys, I was a mess. And they're like, no, we loved it. It was so great. Like, you made us feel better about ourselves. And I was like, oh.
My favorite Virgo placements, and people who are Virgos, if you have Virgo placements and you're watching this, get this through your head. Virgos are there to help people. They're not there to look good. The reason why Virgos are so focused on looking good is because you're a sidereal Libra. Libras want to look good, but the reason why Libras want to look good is because they're superficial and they have nothing else to offer. If you have nothing else to offer as a Libra placement, Libra anywhere, then you're in a really bad spot, because if you don't look good and you can't help people, you're useless. That's really what it feels like. Someone said, damn. Someone just private me. They're like, damn, as a Libra, damn. So if you don't, like, this is what I'm saying. Like, sometimes I post videos and I don't feel put together, but I know that information is good. So fuck it all. I'd rather post a video that I know is gonna reach 250,000 people. 250,000 people and millions of people have seen me ugly. When I get cute, I'm gonna ball. I'm gonna ball out, and the hoes are gonna be like, damn, Sonny, you fine as hell, right? But until then, it doesn't matter.
Got it.
Serve, give, serve. That's more important. If you can look good while serving, it's better. But if you can't serve unless you look good, that's the issue, because it means you don't actually care.
Yeah, that's what stops me from actually making a video. I'll be like, oh, I have to put makeup on. Like I look a mess right now. Like,
No, look a mess.
but it makes me like be like, oh, I can't do it today because I'm not
It
in the-
makes you relatable. 90% of the
Yeah.
world is ugly. I don't consider myself that attractive, but because other people from around the world, people who are in dark rooms on their phone are like, Sunny, you're actually kind of cute. I'm like, wait, hold on. They're onto something. And I finally believe them. Okay. When I post videos, I'm not trying to look cute. I'm trying to teach you something. That's way more important. If what's preventing you from going, if you want to be, I know so many famous people that are not attractive conventionally.
Yeah.
I know so many beautiful women who are not conventionally attractive that never wear makeup.
Well, yeah, it's all an energy thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's vibes. And if
Yeah.
your vibe is like coming from your heart and you're real and you're there to help people, they're not even gonna care about what you look like. And if I've seen people I've seen people post things and they're not wearing makeup, they're just like waking up type stuff and like drinking their coffee. And someone will be like, girl, you need to go put on some makeup. People in the comment section will go eat that person alive because it's like, what are you talking about? Like this person's trying to help us and you're in here focused on the wrong thing.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a strong bond between humans and especially sisterhood. If you just focus on serving, the rest will figure itself out. Like I said, my first year on social media, I was homeless and I was posting videos every day. And it's because I posted videos with no haircut, little food in the cold. I got really good at posting videos when I was in the house, when I did have some food, when I did get a haircut. You need to suck before you can be great. There's no athlete, there's no actor, there's no artist that didn't suck before they got good. Embrace the suck, embrace the cringe, embrace the thing that you aren't good at because you need to be bad before you can be good.
Right.
If you post one video and you don't go viral and you quit, you're a failure and you should be considered a failure because you quit, not because you're bad, but because you quit.
Exactly. Yeah. Thank you.
Great question. You're super welcome. Twan, hello. Sunny, I emailed you my chart. Do you see it? Yeah, let me look for you real quick.
Hello.
What's popping? I'm in preacher mode, so excuse me.
I see. Okay, so my question is, okay, so I have a Leo stellium as well. I have
Hold
Okay.
on. Best way to ask me a question is tell me what you need help with first.
Okay.
Everyone, can everyone please type this in the chat for everyone? Tell me what you need help with first, because that overrides your chart.
Okay. Okay, so what I need help with. All right, so I need help with because I'm already also an astrologer. I do astrology and I do tarot readings and stuff like that, but I want to kind of start adding more of my creativity to my brand because
Perfect.
I'm also an artist and I'm also into fashion, but I'm just like I'm so used to doing things a certain way with doing astrology and tarot. And I guess I'm just looking for a recommendation of how I can start adding more of my art and love for fashion and stuff into my content that still inspires people.
All right. So I have 4 questions for you, and they're
Yes.
all rhetorical.
Okay.
Are you posting your music and your fashion stuff as much as your astrology? The answer is no.
The answer is no. Mhm.
Are you okay with sucking at first? The answer is no.
It is no.
Are you completely are you okay with posting a song and getting 2 likes on it? The answer is no.
It is no.
Are you okay with showing off one of your best outfits and no one appreciating it? The answer is no.
It is no.
Until those answers turn to yes, you're stuck.
Yeah.
And the loop is being created by you,
Mm-hmm.
no one else. The first time I dropped a song as an astrologer on TikTok, I got 2 likes. I was like, damn, y'all really loved it. That same song a year later, after promoting and advertising it, is now one of my most viewed videos. A year of marketing.
Wow.
Imagine I get paid like $50 in royalties every month from that song. Not a lot, but
Wow.
like it gets streams. Like there are people in Germany playing La Toxica, and I'm like, y'all don't even okay. Fine. The song's about Capricorns. Okay.
Mhm.
It took a year of promoting that song. It took like 6 months for me to reach out to TikTok for them to finally give me the music tab. I'm an astrologer
Wow.
too.
Mhm.
Imagine if I gave up. I'm even working on an album now. I haven't really been posting a lot of content because I've been so focused on the test group. But imagine if I stopped working on my album because I'm doing my business and also being an influencer. Imagine in 5 years when I'm on stage and performing for all of you at a festival, imagine if I said I quit. I can't imagine it because I'm not going to. Because I
Right.
don't care. I don't care if people like my music. I like it. I
Yeah.
don't care if people like my nose piercings with the sun and the moon or my tattoos with the stars and that. Because I like it.
You're right. You are right. So right.
Get so good at liking your own shit that other people have to fuck with you or they look stupid.
Okay.
I'm so serious. My homies that I used to be friends with, they would be like, bro, you're always talking about astrology. 6 months later, after they saw me like bringing home beautiful girls, they were like, I heard them. We were out. Bro was like, he was talking to this girl by his car. He was like, so tell me your zodiac sign. I was like, wow, that's crazy. Now you're using it to talk to girls because you think that's what I do. That's wild, King. They will hate you before they embrace you.
Mm-hmm.
They will hate you before they embrace you. I talk about periods once a week. Every week, there's a woman in there like, I am not listening to no man about blood. My blood is my body is my blood. Don't talk to me about it. And I'm like, babe, I'm just here to help.
Right.
Not enough women talk about it and not enough women know about it. I'm simply here to help.
Right.
I even sometimes put the vampire emoji in just to come off a little bit more creepy. Why do I do that? Because I have to embrace the suck. I want people to know that it's cringy and I'm still going to do it.
Right.
Anytime I talk about period cycles, now the video's almost like I just posted one yesterday, 250K in like 12 hours.
Wow.
I don't have a womb. I'm just sharing information. because I feel like it could benefit somebody.
So true.
When I first posted about it, do you know Chakabar? Some of you know Chakabar. He's a philanthropist, works with African, like dystopian countries.
Hmm.
He took my video and reposted it to his page. Dude has 1 million followers. I looked at the comment section. I had my nails painted. They were like, why is a man with painted nails talking about wounds? But the only reason why the video was reposted because the information was good and it was helpful.
Right.
Focus on the right thing.
You're right. Yep. I overthink sometimes. I'm a Virgo.
Overdo, underthink.
Yeah.
Overdo, underthink. I love a Virgo who has a busy schedule because they're so busy doing, by the time they're done, they get to sleep.
Yeah.
The Virgo I like the least is the Virgo who's always talking and thinking and not doing anything because they're just criticizing the world, but then doing nothing about it.
Right.
Don't be the second one unless you want to be.
Definitely not.
Change the world through service, not through thinking.
Yeah.
That's what Virgos do, is they serve, they don't think. A lot of astrologers have gaslit you all into thinking Virgos overthink, or that you're an overthinker because you're an air sign. No, you're not. You're an underdoer, and you can change that.
Yes. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Make sure if y'all can afford to link up with Ro and myself on a 15-minute call, hop into this test group. It's going to take about 4 weeks to 6 months to actually help you. We want to get on the phone with you and make sure that you're a good fit for the group. Make sure that we can actually help you and serve you in this way. The only way that's going to happen though is if we get on a 15-minute call. Christine, what's popping?
Good evening. How are you? Thank you for
I'm well. I'm well. 1 second. Sherman, I found your chart. So raise your hand so I can pull you up here. Go ahead, Christine.
So I know you're familiar with human design. I'm using astrology in conjunction with human design to learn.
Ask
more
your
about
question first, Christine. We've gone over this a few times now.
In terms of posting content, you mentioned that you post 4 to 6 videos a day. Now, in terms of the energetics related to human design, I'm a projector. So I don't have that, consistent source or time because I am working and doing school. My days are full. Like how, I guess, would you suggest that formula that you gave based on my energy type?
Yeah. So when I say post 4 to 6 times a day, I never said it has to be your content. I never said that you shouldn't schedule content. If it's on TikTok or Instagram, you can schedule it through the website. You can also repost old content that you've posted before at a different time. Those are the 3 ways that I would suggest it because it's going to help you find more space in your day to do those 3 things. Those are the 3 ways that I utilize to get 4 to 6 posts off a day, every time.
Okay. And in terms of, I have Leo in my 6th house. In terms of content, how I'm translating that, like my content has to offer something that's of service to the community or teaching people how.
The 6th house has to do with 10 different things. Everyone type the word 10 for me so I know you're paying attention. The 10th house has to do with 10 different things, and you need to be focusing on the 10 different things in the 6th house. So routines, systems, you need to have content about health, you need to have content about service, you need to have content about systems, you need to have content about Those are what, that's 6 of them? Yeah, let me pull up my chart too. I haven't memorized all 120 yet. I'm at about like 80% myself. So tell me when you can see my screen. So the 6th house is anything in the 6th house: health, fitness, systems, analytics. Oh, excuse me, one second. Analytics, service, organization, usefulness, and pets. And by the way, you don't need to post just that type of content, but those are going to be some of the most potent.
Okay. Makes sense. Thank you
And
so
you,
much.
and yeah, of course. Thank you.
What were you gonna say? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was going to say something, but I don't need to.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Nicole, what's poppin'? I'm going to take Nicole and then we're going to get to.
Hello, everyone. How you doing? So my question is, I'm a Leo, right? And Leo
Start with
is
your question. Start with
my-
your question.
I'm sorry. My question is, how do I make my Leo chart work for me as far as like I help a lot of people?
You're helping the wrong
But-
people. I can feel it.
Oh, okay.
You need to help rich people. Remember that conversation?
Well, can you tell them to come through the airport so I can help them?
You need to leave the airport.
Are you serious? I love my job. I get to travel for free. Are you seriously?
You can travel for free or you can pay for your own tickets. It's really up to you.
Well,
Free, by the way, free isn't always free.
no, it's not always free. We do have to pay some taxes, but I do love my job.
Do you love your job or do you love that you know how to do it and it's not challenging you every single day?
It's not just loving my job, it's because I get to experience helping the passengers that come through the airport and I don't have to see the same people over and over again. That's the thing about it. Because,
But you can do that with your business too.
yeah, you're right.
It's perspective.
Okay,
Yeah.
I got it. So in other words, you're telling me in so many words, I'm supposed to be rich.
Everyone is capable of being rich. The fastest way to get rich is to help a rich person. You help a rich person, they're going to pull you up. I had a friend in high school. He had a really nice car. He had tattoos before everyone, really cool kid. And the moment I started helping him with his math homework, he was like, come over to my house, like, let's hang out. And then I started throwing parties at his house. And then I became cool and I became rich looking because I was his friend. Help a rich person with their problems and you'll become rich.
Am I in the right city to help rich people? Like I live in Dallas. So am I in the right city?
There's a lot of rich people all over the world. You just gotta help them solve their problems.
All right. Thank you for your help, Sonny.
You're super welcome.
All right.
Okay. So let me grab Shanan. Boom. Here we go. Hello.
Hi, Sunny.
How are
Hi,
you?
I'm very well. How are you?
Fire.
It's so nice to talk to you. I have um Leo in my eighth house, and I wanted to use it to become. I was wondering how could I use it to become a content creator slash YouTuber and eventually make music, but start smaller first, of course.
Yeah, I would say the rest of your chart is pretty good for doing this type of work. Let me show your chart quick. So the Leo in the 8th house is going to be, do you see what the 8th house means, by the way?
Yes, I did see that. Yes.
8th house is sex, merging, intimacy, taxes, shared finances, partners, resources, inheritance, goals, property, mystery, loans, assets. You need to be tapping into at least 4 or 5 of these if you want to actually use the 8th house.
Okay.
So your content needs to be about these things, or you need to be joining up with people. If you want to dance and make art and music, you should probably hop on camera with a popular, for someone who's already killing it, and do a video with them. And this will help you
Okay.
climb a lot faster. You also should be looking at how are you managing your money? If you're not good at managing money, running a business, which is being an influencer, is going to be very challenging because you need to buy clothes, and you also, as a musician, need to buy equipment. Like, one of the worst things I experienced was when I went to Dubai earlier last year. I accidentally put some laundry soap in a bag and it ruined my whole studio. I lost like $2,000 right off the top. But because I
Oh, wow.
had $2,000 to go and spend, it was
Mhm.
fine.
Mhm.
So you need to get really good at managing your finances and always having enough to have a studio. If you don't have studio money, you need to collect the pieces for a studio. My first mic was like $23. And then
Okay.
I got another one that was like 50, and then I was able to buy one that was 100, and then I was able to buy like one for 240, and then the last mic I bought was like $500.
Okay.
And then that's the one that got destroyed in Dubai, and I like cried. So I just bought another one that was like $150, and you just need a decent microphone, and you need to push out your content consistently. One of the things with Leo is you need to be consistent. A lot of people in this room aren't consistent, and that's what's slowing you down. You need to get a schedule, whether that's on your phone or in hand, like physical. You need to have a calendar that tells you what to do, because your brain and your body probably don't tell you what to do, and you probably don't have parents that tell you what to do anymore, and you probably don't have friends that are telling you what to do anymore. So you need to get rid of all the distractions on your phone and make your phone an asset versus a liability. Because if you're
Mhm.
scrolling and swiping and watching other people's content and not making any, that's where you're dropping the ball. That's where you're fucking up.
Okay. That made a lot of sense. So much sense, actually.
Yeah, I tell people all the time, if you're broke, if you're not making money from your business, uninstall Instagram. Watch, you'll be more focused on your money. Jessica said rich people are in airports. On God, they really are. Cool. Awesome. Who else sent me, who else paid for the class or the retreat, excuse me, that wanted to hop in here? Who has questions for Ro? None of you have questions for Ro? Hey, Jesse, what's up?
Hi, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good, sorry. I want to ask, how can I make my content to go viral? And what do you recommend for me if I should do like a podcast or YouTube next?
Do what the people ask you to do.
That's hard. I know.
So the only reason why I started a podcast and a YouTube channel is because my comment section told me to.
Okay.
I didn't want to, because the moment you got to get really good at one thing and then do a second thing. But if you're not good at one thing, don't do 5.
Okay.
Like Shaman was just asking, like, should I do this, this, or this, or this? Do one thing really, really good and get known for it, and then do a second thing. Because if you're doing 3 things at the same time, you don't have the time, energy, and probably not the money to actually get it done well.
So stay on TikTok, right? And just continue growing it.
Stay on TikTok until you hit 500K and go live and ask people, do you want a podcast or a YouTube channel? They will tell you.
Okay. And how can I make my content to go viral?
Your content needs to go viral by specifically, do I have your chart or no?
Yes, I sent it to you a couple of minutes ago.
Okay, you sent it to my email that I sent you earlier today?
Yes.
Okay, I'm checking right now. So for you, actually, so everyone should be using the Leo in their chart. Did you hear what I said about the fourth house?
Yes.
So that's the first answer, is you need to use the fourth house rules. So I already answered your question, right?
Yes. Okay.
The second part that you're looking for is the 11th house. You're a Pisces sun, Mercury, and you have Jupiter in your 11th, but it's in Aries. You need to make content that is for the community.
Okay. So I currently speak self-love, confidence, and healing the inner child.
But is that what people need?
I don't know. I think.
If you don't know, you're guessing, and that's the problem.
Okay.
The only reason why I keep making astrology content is because there's evidence. I'm not guessing. There's evidence that there are people who I'm helping. One of my clients last week, we talked. She's a single mom. She's like 24. She went from making $2,300. She's making $15,000 a month. And she called me. She's a Capricorn. She called me to tell me it's not enough. And I was like, this is a Capricorn. I helped her go from $2,000 a month to 15K because she listened to what I said and did what I said, which I'm giving you pretty much the same advice, but better at the time that I met her. If you've listened to everything I said today, I told you earlier, someone took 3 or 4 of these classes, and she's making $12,000 a month.
Okay.
Do what I said about the fourth house, and you also need to make content that you know people want. You are making content that you want to make. That is the problem.
Okay.
You are giving food to someone who did not order the food. So why would they pay for it?
Makes sense. Yeah.
I make astrology content about business, marketing, and love because when I go look on TikTok, those are the biggest videos.
Okay.
So I don't guess. I never guess. When I post, I don't guess. The only time I'm guessing is when I post about period content and when I talk about womb work and when I talk about using moon cycles. Because I'm like literally the only man who has consistently made content about those topics. So that's called branding.
Okay.
So you need to make content for the community, not for you, for the community. You need to go study which videos this week did the best. And the thing is, self-love is not a rich people problem most of the time.
Okay.
If you want clients, you need to find people who are really, really wealthy and they struggle with 1 or 2 things. And then you need to make content about that 1 or 2 things for the next 100 days. And they will keep coming towards you because they'll be like, oh, wow, this person's trying to help me. I feel so drawn to them. I've gotten so many people to book readings with me. They're like, I'm so drawn to you. I'm like, baby girl, I know exactly what you need help with. And because I want to help you, I make content about the thing I know you need help with. I'm not guessing.
Okay. Got it now.
Stop guessing. It's dangerous for business.
Okay.
Do
Thank you
your
so much.
market research. You got this. And did you book a call with us? That's the real thing.
For tomorrow.
Perfect. We'll talk to you.
Yes. Thank you.
Corey. Cool. Who is next on the list? Hello, hello.
Hey,
How are you?
I'm good. What about you?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Okay. So I am a mess in regards to my business on social media. I have been doing it since 3 years, but I'll tell you, since the last 2 years, my growth is zero. Even though I'm posting continuously, but when it's not growing, I just feel like giving up
Mm,
because it's been over 1.5 years since that time. I'm not growing and I cannot be very consistent because at the same time I'm pursuing my law degree. And because of all these things, I may say that I'm doing way too many things. Like one day I'm doing mediumship, another day I'm doing tarot, another day I'm talking about angels. So I'm complete mess in this thing.
mm,
I need your advice.
perfect. Why don't you make content about law?
I do that as well.
Ah, so you're doing 17 things. I see.
Yeah.
So what I need you to focus on is, who are you trying to help?
Okay.
Your content. So like when I make content, I know for a fact, most times the people who I'm helping are 25 to 35-year-old women who enjoy spirituality and run a business or want to run a business.
Okay.
I went to school for business and marketing and advertising and IT. I also worked for Best Buy corporate. I've worked for Apple. I've worked for Hewlett Packard. I've worked for Adobe. So when I take all of that together, it makes it very clear what I need to do. Notice how I asked you to do a 15-minute call for my test group. It's not called the astrology group. It's not called the social media group. It's not called the TikTok group. It's called a test group. The only reason why people come towards me is because they know I can help them. But the only way they know I can help them is if I listen. You aren't listening. When people like your videos and when people comment on your videos, do those videos. If you're not growing, anytime a content creator is not growing, it's an instant indicator that they're not listening. Yesterday, or no, 2 days ago, I went down like 5,000 followers. It's because I wasn't listening. I immediately went and made another video talking about the full moon, talking about telling people what not to do. And I got those 5,000 followers plus another 2,000. I gained 7,000 followers in one day and lost 5,000 in one day. And I was able to repair this because I listened to my audience. Instead of me guessing, I give them what they need help with, and they support me by following me. It's very simple.
Okay.
But you need to practice it too.
Okay. Got that.
You can gain 10,000, 14,000 followers in one day very quickly on TikTok, especially. I just got 7,000 followers today. but you need to be listening to what people want and inspiring them and encouraging them. Especially with this full moon, it's going to reveal to you what you're not doing. So what the advice I have for you is the content that you're making right now, stop. It's not working. Don't make any more videos like the ones you've been making. Do not make any more videos like the ones you've been making because they don't work.
Okay.
The thing that I like that you said is that you've been making these videos for 3 years. So now you've already sucked for 3 years. Now it's time to stop sucking and go to the next level. Because you already did that part. A lot of people avoid that part. I'm here to tell you, you're ready for the next level.
Yes, I am.
Yes. So stop making those videos that you've been making. Whether a lot of people, what I'll see them do is they'll do the same camera angle, the same tone of voice, the same exact thing over and over. If that is not working for you, stop it.
Okay.
If your views are under 200, you need to go look at another tarot reader and look at what they are talking about. Are they talking about love? Good, yes or no? If they are, what are they saying in the video? How are they saying it? Watch them, study. Are they excited or are they monotone? Are they happy? Did they type words on the screen? What hashtags did they use? You need to study the videos. These are things I'm going to teach you in the test group because once you get really good at it, you're never going to make these mistakes again. And if you do, like I did just a few days ago, you'll know how to fix it.
Yes.
So I look forward to talking to you. Thank you for your question.
Is it necessary for me?
Huh?
Last thing I wanted to ask, is it necessary for me to appear in the camera? Like, I am very camera shy.
If you don't show up in the camera, it's going to make it harder for people to show you. Like, it's going to make it harder for people to trust you.
Got it. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Francesca, what's poppin'?
Hey, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good, thank you. So my question is, well, I'm one of the ones that you keep referring to that you just need to post. So I
didn't say
need to
that.
figure out what topic.
I didn't say that.
What?
I didn't say that.
Well, you can't get results if you haven't posted.
You also need to figure out who you're going to
Can
help.
you hear me?
Yes. What I said was you need to get clear on who you're going to help, what you're going to help them with, and make content about that.
Mm-hmm.
It starts with who you're helping. If you don't know who you're helping, it falls apart.
Mm-hmm.
I know what age. In fact, I know what city. In fact, I know what your belief systems are because you're here. Right?
Mm-hmm.
You need to get really clear on who you're helping. Because if you make a video and you don't know who the video's for, the video is it's like 80% more likely to fail. I'm making this number up, but it's high percentage that it's going to fail. Posting your content is the process. A lot of people are so focused on the outcome that they don't even look at the process. I told you too, I posted 5 to 6 times a day for like a year and a half. I've lost 10,000 followers in one day off of one video before. And I had to get that back. Imagine losing 10,000 followers.
No, that's out of this world.
Yeah. But because I know how to help people, I got them and other or new people back. I've said some very controversial things before. Not gonna lie, I've said some things when I was like drunk and I woke up sober and I was like, oh wow, I made that video last night.
That's rough.
Yeah. I've made so many videos. I can tell you exactly what to do and what not to do at this point. And what I can tell you is I wish I had gotten clear from the beginning on who I was making videos for, because it would have saved me like a year. There's a year before the consistency. There was a year where I was posting on TikTok inconsistently, and I wasted that whole year. I'm 29. That year, if I really would love it back. Me being inconsistent that year ruined it for me. If I had this opportunity, if I had a lot of followers and I was in mid-20s, mid-30s, my only focus would be who can I help? Like what person do I want to help? I'd become obsessed with how can I help this one person? Because the likelihood of this one person being in the millions is high. I think there's like 7 billion people on Earth nearly right now. So if you can find the age, the gender, and the lifestyle of the person you want to help, you instantly have 10 million followers right there. Potentially. And then figure out what content you want to make for them. What are their problems? What do they struggle with? What do they need help with? And then you can monetize from there. The only reason why I'm even leaving the astrology niche per se and going more into the coaching and like business and social media is because most people will never get financial freedom from their job. They'll get it online. And a lot of my audience was complaining to me that they needed more money, but then they're working this job that they can never get a promotion in, or they'll never be able to become the CEO of. And even if you're working as a freelancer or working as anything, if you can't become the CEO or the CFO, you're stuck.
And that's where I'm at now.
Yeah, and you gotta rip yourself out. Or you gotta hire a coach, or you gotta at this point, you just need to reorganize yourself. I started my business when I was homeless. And the only reason why I even did it is because I was sleeping in my mentor's office. She's a lesbian woman. She'd been doing astrology for like 47 years. And she let me sleep in her office when I was homeless for like 3 months. And if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have become an astrologer. Honestly, I loved astrology, but I never would have become an astrologer if it wasn't for Linda. And she looked me. Uh-huh.
Sorry, go ahead.
The only thing I was gonna say is she told me from the beginning, astrologers don't make a lot of money. So if you want to, because she looked at my chart, I have a lot of Capricorn in my chart. I have a need for security. I have a need for a lot of money. She told me, if you love astrology, being an astrologer won't make you a lot of money. And I said, okay. So that's why I built another business around the astrology. But I had to get really good at one thing. And I had to know who to help.
No, I think that's spot on as to like how I got myself here. So thank you.
Yeah, Linda's awesome. Linda's so good. She's a Virgo. That lady can work. Yeah, the spot that you're in right now, you're not trapped. It's a mental thing. It's going to take that inner child healing and expression that I spoke on earlier. A lot of you need to be dancing, singing, and like making music and all kinds of things, doing creative stuff that's going to help you unlock pieces of yourself that will help your business.
So that is also what I'm interested in terms of like my side hustle is doing like crafting workshops. So that's kind of where I've been trying to incorporate the inner child kind of like play.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say that's the next step, is getting super clear on who you want to help. And if that person's you first, that's okay. I learned astrology to read my own chart, and then I became an astrologer. Some people need to get really good at social media and then become a social media coach. Some people need to get, there's so many levels, but you need to get really good at doing it first. Or do it, or, when you're learning a new thing, you either need to be getting paid or you need to be learning. Either one. When I was working for Linda and sleeping in her office, I was learning from her. So I really didn't charge her. I couldn't charge her because she was letting me sleep in her office. But I had access to like 400 books from like dead astrologers. And I just would read them every night. That's what helped me become a good astrologer, was learning from all the ones before me. You need to study. I study relentlessly. I'm so obsessed about my business.
And then in regards to like putting your, can you hear me?
Yeah. This is your fourth question. I'm gonna have to let you go. The fourth part.
And
Let's get Jessica and you can come back.
okay, but I was saying in regards to
Jessica, what's up? Hello.
Hey. So I'm sorry, there was like a delay for some reason. So my question is, my Leo is in my 11th house. So would that, and when you were talking about that, you were basically like saying you have to just channel God herself. So that's the one thing I'm just not doing, is like what my downloads are. Should I be doing that? Is that what I should like focus on?
100%.
Does that make sense?
If what you're doing now is not working, do the opposite.
Okay.
Yeah, if what you're doing right now at this exact moment isn't working, do the opposite.
Do the opposite. Got it. I mean, it's a simple question. I just, but that's what I'm not doing that. But I never even thought to do that, to be honest. I didn't know that could help rich people. I thought it was just my, you know what I mean?
Yeah. You just take the time to help people and solve rich people problems, and you won't have as many issues at all.
Okay. Okay. That was it. That was really simple. Thank you.
Cool. Francesca was popping. Nice to see you, Jessica.
We just spoke.
Oh, okay. Your hand was still raised. I'll lower it. Cool. So yeah, everyone, it's been an absolute pleasure. Jamie says, oh, Jamie, what's up?
Hi, can you hear or see me?
Yeah, I cannot see you yet. I can hear you.
Okay, my question is, I have Leo in my 7th house.
Question first.
Okay, and my
Question
question
first.
is, should I be posting about relationships, or can I still post fitness to the people I have relationships with? That's where I'm confused on how to manifest.
So you can post anything that has to do with art, creativity, children, and romance.
I see.
So you want to really utilize, if you want to get famous, focus on the house with Leo. If you want to make the fame last, you got to use Aquarius. If you want to be, either way, you need to be consistent.
Okay, can you elaborate on using Aquarius to make the fame last?
I already shared, so I'll share it again. Doing things for your community.
Got it.
If you're not making content for your community, no one cares.
Got it.
Because the content's for the people. It's for everyone. The Leo is people wanting to see you and focus in on you and work with you.
I see. So right now, if fitness is currently my niche market, is it something I should consider changing directions on? Teaching yoga and personal training.
That's not, why is it your niche?
Oh, that's how I help people. So I teach beginners how to do yoga from their home by posting videos.
Are they rich?
Some are.
Are they your clients?
Yes.
Perfect. If that's the case, I would just focus in on now how to make viral videos so you can get more rich people to become your clients.
Got it. Okay. Thank you. That was very helpful.
Yep. And keep going. Kimberly was popping.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
How you doing? So the question is, with Leo in my 10th MC in the 9th house, you say
what's the question first?
The question is would it be wise to use my gift? You say use your gift. My gift is my sense of humor. People think everything I say is funny. Would that be wise to use that in my content for helping people?
You have to.
Okay, even so
you have to. You have
dealing
to.
with talking
the reason why is because you need to be yourself. If you're not yourself, people just straight up won't trust you. And if people don't trust you, they won't follow you. If they don't trust you, they won't give you money. You have to be you. You have to be so you that when people meet you, they're like, oh, one thing about me, if you meet me in person, you will remember my name because I'm so myself. If you are hiding pieces of yourself in your content, people can smell it, people can feel it, and they don't want to rock with you.
Okay. Yeah, I want to reach people that have survived narcissist parents.
Why?
You said why? Because I have, and I'm still getting through that. And then plus, narcissistic relationships.
Are you constantly attracting narcissists?
Not anymore.
Good. Perfect. Good. Because I was gonna make a comment, but yeah, people who attract narcissists.
No, absolutely not. No.
People who attract narcissists are often narcissists themselves.
Yeah, yes. I've studied that and I've seen that, and yeah, no, I work on myself a lot. So no.
So I would actually ask you to focus on making content about helping people work on themselves.
Cool. Okay.
That might be better. And it might even be like the solution.
Okay.
Try it and see what happens. See which videos do better, and you'll know which one to do.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, thanks for that.
Of course. I'll talk to you soon.
All right.
Chrissy, you're the last one.
Hi, sorry, I'm in the UK, so I'm like 2 a.m. over here. Question. I recently embarked on a project. I wanted to tap into my inner child. I used to be in theatre, love writing, reading books. I recently started a book and TV review page on TikTok, and just to kind of like have people I can speak to about books I read and just, TV shows I like to character analysis and stuff like that. I have Leo in my second house, whole signs, but Placidus, that's why I asked the question before, because in Placidus I have its third and fourth house. How am I, would you say like I'm on the right track in terms of using Leo? So things such as creativity and like inner child related topics, and also trying to create community of people that can, I can share things I'm interested in with. What do you think?
What do I think about what?
Oh, sorry. Like, am I using Leo the right way in the sense of starting this project, the book review and TV reviews, that's related to my inner child?
What did you do as a young child? Like when no one was around, what were you actually doing?
I wrote stories.
Then that's probably more aligned.
Okay.
Or even rating people's stories. I think, yeah, if that feels good to you. But the thing is too, you can do both.
Yeah, I can.
Because it's the same. It's technically one thing. There's just different parts.
Yeah. Okay. So last one.
No.
No more.
No more. I'm tired.
Okay. No problems. Thank you so much.
I'm exhausted. Yeah. Appreciate you.
Okay.
Awesome, everyone. I appreciate all of you so much. It's been amazing. This is probably the last time we're gonna have a Q&A at one of these meetings. I really tried my best to make sure that I put all the answers in the presentation for you so you wouldn't have these types of questions, and we still did. So this was a great learning experience. I'm excited. I see some of you have enrolled for the 15-minute call. If you did not answer the questions properly, I'm going to delete the call and we're not gonna get on the phone together unless you answer all the questions directly. So I appreciate anyone who signed up, but we really wanna make sure we're using our time well and using your time well. And until you're making $5,000 to $10,000 a month, it's gonna be harder to help you. And a lot of the things that I said today can help you get to $5,000 to $10,000 a month from your business, unless you simply were not listening, okay? So from the bottom of my heart, I really appreciate all of you so much. And I hope that you take what we gave you here today to use. And I look forward to seeing the right people in the test group moving forward. Cool. Y'all have a great night. It's been a fabulous 2 hours and 43 minutes. Peace.